Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this is a genuine investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is try to get 201 trades, each an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades, we do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us for less than $9 a month, information is available in the description below. In today's video, we're going to be looking at MMTLP, and following on from yesterday's video, we're going to have a look at what potentially could be a huge oil and gas land grab in the Permian, and potentially good news going forward also for Next Ridge Hydrocarbons. We're also going to be looking at what James Angel allegedly did for his $1 million payment, and we're also going to be looking at ticker symbol ARM, which was a recent IPO and also covered on the channel recently, and also covered before it went into IPO. So stay tuned for that. Before we get started, let's have a look at what's happening in the market. So we are expecting news today for inflation, and we can see a headline here from Bloomberg. The US CPI data is to show disinflation hands off from goods to services, and this is basically likely to indicate how the Fed is going forward in terms of rate cuts. So hopefully good news there. Another good news I'm going to share with you here is breaking news in terms of Bitcoin, and what I posted earlier is that Bitcoin has now broken the $50,000 mark earlier today. So certainly Bitcoin is here to stay in my opinion. So in yesterday's video we covered the acquisition by Diamondback to increase their oil and gas assets in the Permian, and we're going to follow on from that right now by looking at a potential huge land grab that could now be starting in the Permian. So we can see here headline from Yahoo Finance: the Diamondback Acquisition puts the spotlight on the land grab across the Permian Basin. So one thing that is not increasing in the Permian is the acreage and the land and the oil and gas assets, but what is decreasing is the amount that is available. So certainly that is good news going forward for Next Ridge Hydrocarbons, and I think they need to just sort out the current mess that they are in with regard to what has happened in the MMTLP fiasco. But let's have a look at the news with regard to the land grab. So we can see here obviously confirmation from yesterday. The $26 million acquisition of Endeavor Energy is now highlighting this rapid fire consolidation that has swept across the Permian Basin. So the proof of that is obviously acquisitions recently by Exxon and Chevron, and obviously oil and gas producers are swooping up this domestic acreage, which I think in terms of this area, the oil and gas assets are huge. So obviously what's happened in terms of Diamondback shares, they were currently at time of editing up 8%, and it's now going to make ticker symbol FANG the third largest producer in the Permian Basin, obviously after Exxon and after Chevron. And we can see here the production capacity for them is going to increase by 76%. The net acreage is also going to increase by a significant 70%, and obviously in terms of profitability, as far as the company is concerned, if oil was to hit $40 a barrel, they would break even, but obviously currently trading at around about $77 a barrel, still making profit. And we know that oil earlier was well in excess of $100, and it could certainly go there again. So let's have a look at the chart here. We can see Diamondback Energy up in excess of 9% at $165.98. So we'll have to monitor that today and see what how it performs. But in terms of the business side of things, they're obviously looking to reduce their costs. In terms of the overall operators, the fragmented region is made up of lots of small operators previously, and we know that technological advances have made drilling much more cost effective. And if you looked at one of my recent videos, I had exclusive access to drone footage across some of the drilling that the company were taking place in, and so go ahead and check that out. In terms of natural byproducts of oil is also gas, so that is something that I think is strong in terms of the assets for next rich hydrocarbons. And finally, let's have a look at details of the land grab. So it states here the land grab is due to continue due to the lack of investment, and we can see the deal to buy Endeavour was based in the Midland, follows a string of merger announcements that we saw. And what you're seeing here is a land grab consolidation due to lack of reinvestment in inventory over the last 10 to 15 years. And obviously, as I stated earlier, the acreage is not increasing. And the key thing that I'm going to finish off by here is focusing on the thing where it states everybody knows where the oil is, everybody knows there is oil, everybody knows there is gas. Do not listen to the fraudsters. What I'd now like to do is have a look at the question: did FINRA pay James Angel a fee of in excess of $1 million for his presentation to Congress? And his presentation Congress was covered significantly by the community due to its errors. I'm going to share with you my reaction to that. That obviously took place at the time, but let's first of all have a look at what Zinger's posted with regard to this alleged $1 million payment. He stated here, James Angel received $1.1 million from FINRA, a not-for-profit organisation, to prepare a PowerPoint presentation to screw 65,000 investors of MMTLP. I believe he's may have declared himself to be a shareholder, probably less than 5 shares, may only be 1. I'm not sure about how many shares he has, but as a reminder, let's have a look at his bio. He's an associate professor, associate academic director. He's a FINRA certified regulatory and compliance professional, and obviously he is highly qualified academically. What Hibachi has also gone on to say, he's just got a call back from Georgetown with the university with regard to his complaint about James Angel, and any information that they have, please DM him. And he's basically saying he's looking at potential violations of the professor, which is certainly quite interesting, because I wasn't aware that the Georgetown University responded. But what he's gone on to say here is in response to the question from Camwell, did Georgetown express concerns? And the answer is yes. So that is, as far as I'm concerned, is positive. What Jalen has stated is, did the professor own his share of MMTLP? So note the word share as in not plural. Before the halt or after the halt? That's the question I'd like answered. There is zero chance that the professor purchased his share after the 9th of December, and if he did, they were acquired off exchange. I'm sure the professor's not going to answer that question, but as a quick reminder, this was my slide of 10 critical mistakes that Professor James Angel, PhD, MBA and CFA, highly qualified, made. These were 10 critical mistakes to Congress, and remember, he received a payment of allegedly in excess of $1 million for FINRA. And in that PowerPoint presentation, he stated, talking about MMTLP, he stated he's never heard of John Berta. He used one of my slides as a thumbnail without acknowledgement, without permission, and without obviously declaring it, which I believe is required by copyright law. He claimed Torchlight Energy was spun off MMTLP, and I think the rest of them you can also see there. I'll just go straight to 10. He actually thought investors wanted to sell on the 11th of December, which is a Sunday, so I'm not sure if the professor knows there is no stock market trading on Sunday, only crypto. So I don't know if he's confused crypto with the stock market. I'm going to finish off by sharing a very serious and important post here from Richard Hoffman, who's trying to stop the attacks on James Angel, and he stated here, I think the James Angel attacks are unjustified, so I think he's trying to back him up. He said, expert witnesses who are paid for their opinions are basically whores for the side that pays them. Anyone who wrongly accused Mr. Angel of not being a whore should retract that and apologize. So please go ahead and carry out your retractions. And I'd like to finish off by having a look at ticker symbol ARM, also known as ARM Holdings. And those of you who've been following the channel will know that this was a stock that was covered not only 3 days ago in the recent video, but also at IPO launch around about 4 months ago, where we did a stock analysis of ticker symbol IPO. So there has been some tremendous news there. We've also covered this recently on the 8th of February 2024, where we added it to our daily stock alerts. So there has been some positive developments, and we can see here headline from Bloomberg: ARM extends its blistering rally as the stock nearly triples since IPO. So the stock has went up approximately 29% on Monday. The chip design makers value has now reached approximately $150 billion. So tremendous news there for ARM. But if we have a look at the details of this, obviously the stock was up significantly on the Monday. Earnings is what has been the clear catalyst driving the stock forward, and it's now up 93% since its quarterly reported financials from February the 8th. So congratulations to everybody got into ticker symbol ARM. Since IPO, it's also almost tripled, closing at currently around about $150, just below, with a market cap approximately $153 billion. So the company also stated it was breaking into new markets such as cloud service, automotive, due to the growing AI demand. So great forecast and future here for ARM. It's also got excellent royalty strength combined with the optimistic growth forecast for the future, and it's become one of the latest AI darlings for investors. However, one thing to take note of, next month is the 180-day lockup period for ARM is expiring. So remember, the insiders will then be able to sell. So keep an eye out on that, because obviously within the 180 days they were not able to take advantage of this run up in the share price, i.e. profit. But certainly that time is now fast approaching, but hopefully the company can maintain its current share price. So if you would like to get due diligence on other IPOs as well as start daily stock alerts and weekly watch list, details are in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.